Amarachi Blessing Ojima, Her Excellency Mrs. Oluwaseun Esther Ayidatiwa, the wife of the Deputy Governor of Ondo State, the DG, who is supposed to be here but has like some things, who is also my director and also my boss, the Executive Director, Erudite Consulting, Engineer Bajide Akeredolu, the NYSC State Coordinator, Mrs. Inena Ani, ably represented, the PS Health from Adladelola Folike, PS Education, Mrs. Lodla Amuda, SA Gender, Mrs. Olamide Falani, and the EA to Mr. Bajide Akeredolu, Ms. Nancy Damini, all the NYSC officials, the LGI, teachers, corpers, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all.
Afternoon.
It is my pleasure to welcome you all to this event, Project PAD an Ondo Girl. I am so excited about today and grateful to God Almighty for making this day a reality. The project was created from my personal experience of not having sanitary pad. Each month of menstruation for me comes with a lot of mental strain. I have had lots of experiences such as discomfort during my period, cramp, embarrassing days of having blood stream down my legs like a fountain due to long hours of sitting down. Nights I had to call my mom thinking I would die because of pain. Days I called my friends to talk me into sleeping because of the cramps. I remember the days I counted the towels just so I am distracted from my pains. The frustrating position of kneeling down just to sleep. The tears from the pain. The frustration of realizing I didn't get my pills for the pain and being too careful not to stain the bed, someone's car, or a chair. And I believe most of you here can relate to that. You always have to ask your friends to please check my skirt for me if I've stained, right? Like most girls, I experienced heavy flow and I have had to bleed for 7 days. The thought of this heightened my irritation each month. I spent a lot on pad, and for a young lady who has a thing for cleanliness and hygiene, having to see her period for 1 week with 5 days of heavy flow and severe cramp, trust me to always want to change my pad, and then I sometimes double it so I don't get stained. Now you see, I need more pads than most ladies, hence why I'm doing this project. All of my experiences got me crying and thinking about girls who cannot afford pads but go through the same experience as me. Girls who lack information about menstrual health, girls who use tissue, mud, napkins, rags, and leaves, not because they chose to, but because they cannot afford these products. More so, the girls who are abused and raped in bid to get money for pads. I heard about the ongoing circumstances in Kenya of how teenage pregnancy is on rise. Recent news reported it is due to young girls getting impregnated during their quest to get money for pads. Imagine trying to pad yourself only to lose your ability to bleed for 9 months because some man without conscience took advantage of your situation. And this is my motivation, and this is why I'm doing this project. This project means so much more to me than any other project because of the girls out there who experience difficulties because they menstruate. I got numerous suggestions on what was best for me to do and what project will get me the recognition and acceptance by society. But none of those mattered the way this does, and that is because I understand the pain of those girls. I have experienced discrimination, the lack, stigmatization, and I want a society where women would feel empowered in their bodies and minds. At this point, I want to sincerely appreciate everyone who made this project possible. I want to thank the NYSC, ably represented by the State Coordinator Representative, for approving my personal community development project, the LGI, Mrs. Eunice Adeyemi, for her motherly advice and her direction. I also want to appreciate the zonal inspector and also Mr. ATM, who is unavoidably absent, because he always called and encouraged me with his words. Now let me walk you through how it all began. But firstly, I want to appreciate my boss, Mr. Babajide. It's sad he's not here, but it's for a good purpose. It was he who raised the question about a personal CDS and encouraged me with his words. Now let me tell you, it will be surprising to hear that this young lady standing here decided before coming into camp that she was just going to mind her business, empower herself, be done with service and move on with her life. But here I am, carrying out a dream from 2 years ago, because my boss asked the big question, hope you are carrying out a personal CDS. You can't be in this place and not carry out a personal CDS. He didn't just raise the question, he saw me through this with his support, encouragement, formation and guidance. When we came up with the budget of 500 girls, 6,000 packs of cards, and 3 million naira, I was scared. Amarachi, this dream of yours is too bold, I told myself. Honestly, I was scared. Scared because I do not like to get involved in things that do not work. Guess what? That fateful day when I went to update my boss about my plans, he asked me a question. Do you think we can be able, do you think it is possible to raise 3 million naira? And I said, yes, it is possible. And he said, yes, it is. There and then, he simplified my budget. He made 3 million naira look easy, and he categorized my budget into three: the silver, the bronze, and the gold, to enable people contribute based on what they can afford. People who could give me 500 naira, people who could give me 1,000 naira, people who could give me 60,000 naira, 30,000 naira, 6,000 to pad a girl. And that was how we were able to come up with 6,000 packs of pads for 500 girls. I could go on and on to talk about the impact of my boss on this project. Maybe I should talk about one more. One day my boss sat down, suspended his busy schedule, just to call his contacts, and he made each and every one of them donate to my project. I am grateful, sir. I am going to make sure you hear this. Thank you, sir, for opening doors for me. Thank you for making my calls and messages important to everyone. Thank you for guiding me through the entire process and for celebrating all the wins from this project. To my second boss, well, I have two bosses. I am so blessed to have two people who are willing and excited to see me grow and win. To Miss Nancy Nsendo Damini, the executive assistant to Mr. Bajide Akeredolu, words would be enough to show you how grateful I am for your patience, direction, teachings, corrections, and observations. You saw errors I didn't see, answered questions, calls, and chats at all hours without getting tired. I am grateful. Thank you for the extra time you spent trying to help me figure out how to raise this money. Thank you for the calls you made even to your friends to convince them to support my project. For the times when you said you have done your part and I should let you be. Thanks for not saying no to me when I came back to you. Because of all your cheers, I came to this point. To my friends and family, especially my parents for their support, prayers, and love. They never stopped calling me and planning with me from a distance. My mom didn't understand the concept of my project until she went for Omugo, and then my sister explained to her the nature of my project. My mom called me and she said to me, Mwam Chukugozegi, may God bless you and may your star so shine brightly. My dad never stopped calling me to ask me if I'm eating, because I get so overwhelmed when I have things to do and I haven't done them. To my siblings for all their encouragement, love, and for telling me they are always proud of me. Thank you. I want to appreciate my mentor, Mr. Tony Patrick Cole. Thank you for your fatherly advice, encouragement, spiritual and moral support, and financial support. The emojis of strength you sent to me. Thank you, Mrs. Ifoma Okeke. To my friends who are not here, Chiazo, Anne-Marie Pascal, Henry Geoffrey, Chidera Josephia Luciano Adaz, Joyce, Afini, Lucky, Rufiat, and every one of them who supported my project one way or the other. Again, to the NYSC, thank you so much for this long-lasting relationship. It's a personal CDS, but you can see I have lots of coppers here. These are people that I led in the OBS team. These are my friends, turned family. I want to thank all of you, Karen, Alfred, Kudus, Ijoma, Christabel, Sharon, Jude, Ochanya, Joshua, Gillian, Daniel, Thelma, and Vivian. All of you made this possible, not just me. To my friend Canada, 2 years ago when I talked to you about this dream, you believed in it, and for believing in me, I couldn't light all the flame. You sent me links to apply to make sure this project is actualized. But today, this is me shouting, it is a dream come true. I'm making this speech because I may not have the opportunity to come up here to talk again, so that is why I'm talking this long. To all my sponsors, I can't mention all your names, but I want to sincerely thank the Deputy Governor's wife. Thank you so much, ma'am. You didn't get to see me, ma'am, but you're here today and you honor this invitation. God bless you, ma'am, for making this huge for me. I don't know, I'm honored, ma'am, and God bless you. I want to thank the Ministry of Education for their support. You made this possible to get the students. I want to thank the principal of UASHAYE. When I came to you, ma'am, even with the changes, you accepted to allow me to use your hall. I want to say thank you. I want to thank the PS Health. She's not here. She supported me financially and morally, and she made some calls. She called the Ministry of Education on my behalf. I want to appreciate the SA Gender. She was actually the first person I called about this project. And I want to say thank you, ma'am, for your support. I sincerely want to thank the SA Commissioner Signage and Agency for the billboard installation you did for me, because this project has an installation of billboard to sensitize women and girls about menstrual hygiene. And to all my colleagues at work, especially to the person who made all my graphic designs, Innocent, he's going to be here later. I want to thank you for not getting tired of all my calls. And sincerely, to every one of you gathered here, to the students, I want to say thank you to the teachers for honoring this event. And to conclude this speech, I want to say my final words to the girls here. Please, bleed with pride. Menstruation is normal. You are a female who menstruates, and it is normal to see your period. Don't allow society talk you down about menstruation. Feel empowered. Go out, tell people about your cramps. Tell your boss that you can't be at work because you're feeling pain. Go out and preach the gospel of bleeding, because indeed, we are women, and it is our pride to bleed. Thank you so much, and God bless you. The pause you're having, I didn't say it, the pause you're having is supposed to sustain for 1 year, because that's the plan. That's why I'm giving you 12 parts, so you don't have to bother for parts again for the rest of the year. Feel empowered, and they should not feel sad for seeing their period. Tell them that there is hope. You saw the Deputy Governor's wife. She was here to talk about facilities. You saw that the Ministry of Education talked about the girl child education. You saw us talk about menstrual hygiene. These are important things. So the whole goal is to end stigmatization, and this is what we have done. And so when you go out, preach the message and tell them what? Bleed with what? Bleed with what? Thank you. 1.